Sometimes when I be so perfect, but sometimes
Boost your revenue and drive growth with Google Ads. Reach high-value customers across the entire Google network, like search, shopping, YouTube, and more. Get started today.
What's up, everybody? Let me make sure my mic is on. Yeah, it's clear. What's going on? Endgame, Bryce, Swish. Hope y'all are doing well. Shareholders meeting today. I had to get this live stream out. I've been busy the past few days with work. I've been working all night. Every time I had a live stream ready to go, I just pass out. Like I'm in the guest room. I stream from my guest room, so I just pass out every night, day after day after day, and I'm like, damn, man. And every time Morantz goes on, I'm like, I gotta watch him also. But what's up, Dynamite? Yeah. So this live stream, I'm leaving the country today in like a few hours, so I wanted to get this out. I'm traveling with my family to Bolivia for 2 weeks. So next video or something will probably be from there. But yeah, I wanted to touch on this. Um, GameStop, you know what it is, lovers and friends, Ryan Cohen. Um, yeah, man, we're in love with that dude. He's $4 billion. I was just looking at our balance sheet, looking at cash and cash equivalents at 921 million, and now we're at 4 billion. And what are they gonna do? Look at the media changing their narrative, turning it around. I know it's all coming. I know it's a snowball going down a hill right now, GameStop. It's a Mack truck, it's a freight train, and they can't move out the way fast enough. But we're gonna get to that. Let's just go off with it, because I'm sure my wife, my kids, they're gonna be knocking on the door, coming at me. Because we're leaving in like what, 5 hours, something like that. Yeah, Bolivia is nice. Um, there's not a lot of tourism. I love to go on vacation, like out into nature. Um, but yeah, my last vacation was Costa Rica, and before that, I took my kids to Alaska, and they were little. We were in the middle of nowhere, in snowy mountains, everywhere on glaciers, all of that, dog sledding. But yeah, damn, 50% book value, up 4.48%, $26.60. Let's go. Okay, just quick rundown before I start all these videos. $4 billion in cash. Believe it's 4.1, but I'm not sure about the charges that um, the commission that Jeffries takes. $17.7 million long-term debt from that French COVID loan that they will pay off as fast as they can, as soon as they can. Um, June 11th, 75 million shares. We have 400 sold, right? What is it? $2.137 billion he got. Our shares outstanding stand at $426.2 million. Bed Bath and Beyond case dismissed. And all those fools, PPCs. I'm not even going to pull up the videos for y'all. They put all these people on with paying last night, talking about how Ryan Cohen's going to come in to Bed Bath and Beyond, save them, and then some other fool was talking about Bed Bath and Beyond. Say tomorrow they announce that we're getting our money or our shares back or something like that. But yeah, I'm not going to waste our time. It's a shareholders meeting. Um, yeah, I'm glad it's early in the day, right? I believe so. So I can catch it. I'll probably catch it on Marantz's stream before we go. But yeah, let's get into it. Who am I here for? Andrew Left, this punk. Short seller Andrew Left. This is July last year. Short seller Andrew Left is living in fear of the feds. Cry me a river, punk. You know what it is? Let's see. Andrew Left is behind the wheel of a dark, whatever. I'm not wasting my time. I know he's an addict. Look, though he's sworn off smoking, he's looking to buy a pack of Marlboro Lights. He's an addict for cigarettes. He's an addict for trading, and he's a horrible trader. I don't even care about his net worth, but I know Roaring Kitty is richer than him, and that's probably why he's so sour. 2 years after FBI agents showed up at his California home to seize computers and phones, the short seller who terrorized more than 100 companies and riled an army of meme stock traders is describing what it's like to feel hunted. His pioneering firm, Citron Research, no longer has investors, but he's all but stopped pitching ideas publicly. Left living in limbo, waiting to learn if the Justice Department and Securities Exchange and SEC plan to charge him in their sweeping investigations of tactics used by activist short sellers. After emerging as one of the first figures to draw scrutiny in the probe of potential market manipulation. Left says prosecutors stopped reaching out more than 9 months ago, leaving him to wonder whether they have gone away or are closing in. 3 nights ago, I woke up. This is his quote. 3 nights ago, I woke up and looked at my email and it says DOJ letter. And I'm like, oh, here it is, Left said. It turned out to be a draft letter one of his lawyers wrote asking the Justice Department for an update. Even deliveries rattle him. Imagine living like that. When my dogs bark at the gate for Amazon, I'm like, someone's there. It's scarring. Imagine living like a little bitch like Andrew Left. Straight up. It's early in the morning, but I'm going to do it. I don't care. Any kids? I apologize. Let's see. His predicament shows how the dragnet gathering community. Yeah. Where's this other part? Basically, he's a punk and he deserves everything he gets. That's about it. Because he does. I was looking for it. I don't know if it's in this article. Smash and grab. Here we go. Smash and grab tactics that Andrew Left uses. Activist short sellers typically line up positions, publish research, and wait for the stock to fall. So when they put out that research, or a hit piece, the stock will react, and within those 30 minutes or short time frame, they go ahead and scoop up their profits. Just like Tony De Niro, get his profits. But yeah. So smash and grab. You put out a short and distort article. The stock tanks, they scoop up their price after putting in the short position. So Left said the strategy helps manage risk. Yeah, so that's market manipulation. And they're all after Roaring Kitty because he's a normal person. Keith Gill, because he's a normal person, just like you and me. And they're jealous that Andrew Left started with 50,000. Why doesn't he have hundreds of millions of dollars right now? Keith Gill started with 50,000. He's got hundreds of millions of dollars right now. And he's toying with the market. He's playing with them. That whole live stream, it's hilarious to watch CNBC because they're like, "Oh, it's just a waste of time." He's making a mockery of the markets, of the capital markets. He's playing y'all. We understand. He's a smart ass dude. And he's up there acting like a fool. I love it. And I love that he got into GameStop TA. And he drew that Dorito of Doom. I was going to do a live stream just about Roaring Kitty's, Keith Gill's video and live stream. But I just didn't have time, man. I was busy. But I still am going to go back and do it. I have notes, I've analyzed it, and I've gone through his previous live streams and kind of connected some things that I think are very interesting. And yeah, but let's continue on with this punk. Anyways, Mark Cohodes, we hate him over here. I do, at least. His smash and grab, basically, y'all know what it is. He says smash and grab smash is the wrong word because that means forcefully entering something that shouldn't be entered. What about instead of smash and grab, expose and grab? Is that bad? Yeah, because you're directing the stock. What's up, Long Rain? Hope you're doing well. So let's move on. Let's see his track record. We have Shopify article, April 4th, 2019. Shares of Shopify tumbled Thursday after famed short seller Andrew Left of Citron Research went bearish and urged investors to short the Canadian e-commerce company. I'm not going to read farther than that, but let's keep going. And here's a YouTube video he put out about it.
Is it a late show or like a late show?
Andrew, you make your case, as you usually do, on your website in a report as well as a video today. But give us the sort of 30-second version here of why you think Shopify is not worth what the market is valuing the company at.
So the market's valuing Shopify as a provider of e-commerce solutions to small and medium-sized businesses. So right there, it just sounds innocuous. It's fine enough. But let's put it this way. Shopify says they have 500,000 customers, websites. Of the 500,000, we know 2,500 are Shopify Plus, which are big merchants probably really enjoying the Shopify platform, to give them credit. And let's just say another 25,000 is Shopify Advanced. What this story is about is who is the other 470,000 Shopify users. And that is what has never been discussed on Wall Street beforehand. And as I show and I prove, these are people who have bought into become a millionaire at home, get rich quick, and promises that completely violate every FTC rule imaginable. As it's all in the report, the correlations and the parallels to Herbalife. It's amazing that this has gone on.
So when you
I'm not going to waste my time with the rest of this video, but you see the sentiment. His sentiment is negative, right? So he opened his position. When was this? April. It was right before this, April 4th, 2019. Let's see how he did on that short position. April, let me see. My laptop's blocking my. Here you go. April. It's right over here. April 4th. Now look at this. I'm not saying Shopify is a great company, but this is where he entered his short position. And that article was talking about this drop as the price tumbling. What about all of this? What about all of this? That went sideways, Andrew, just like your GameStop position. Punk ass bitch. Moving on.
Now, after 20 years, we noticed something. Where we started Citron was to be against the establishment. We've actually become the establishment. We've done this whole thing without ever hiding from lawsuits, without ever hiding behind a pseudonym. But it's completely now lost its focus. So as of today, Citron Research will no longer be publishing what can be considered as short-selling reports. The Citron narrative is going to change and have a pivot. What gets lost in the whole Citron Research world is the fact that last year, the performance of the Citron Fund and Citron Research on our long recommendations was up 121% average from recommendation to high point of stocks. And that was in 2020. We want to bring investors stocks that they can make 5, 10 times their money on, but at the same time have strong management teams, ethical business practices, business models that are forward-thinking, socially conscious. And we're going to bring that to the individuals. These companies can use the support of a whole new generation of shareholders that have an appetite to buy stocks. If you choose to buy GameStop here, it's caveat emptor. You know what we think about their business model? It's on you. Too much has already been written.
He said it's caveat emptor, buy at your own risk, is what that means. So you see, he's talking about going long, not shorting anymore, at least putting out short reports. But so then what the hell has he been doing the last few weeks? He's just a straight up phony. He flip flops. You can't trust a thing. And that's exactly why Morantz is saying don't trust them. Don't trust that they've exited their short position. And here's this punk over
Surgeon's
here.
retail traders
Y'all have seen
pile
this
in
before.
after Keith Gill, also known as Roaring Kitty, showed a position in the video game retailer, a rather large one. One meme frenzy critic, however, taking this as a chance to re-short the stock. Andrew Left, Citron Research founder, joining us now to discuss. Andrew, first of all, it's good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. I thought you hung this up. I thought you weren't going to do this anymore. That you had given up shorting.
I can't believe it's 3.5 years later and we're still talking about GameStop.
I can't either. So what drew you back in? Every time you try to leave, they pull you back in. What happened?
This morning. I wake up this morning, I've traded the stock small, but I wake up this morning, I see where it's trading, and you see why it's trading there. And so much is wrong. See, the first time, going back 3.5 years, I kind of understand what it is. There was a high short interest in the stock. It became some global movement, the eat the rich. He became a folk hero, this Roaring Kitty. He put an actual thesis up. He made a video online why he thought GameStop was undervalued. And he actually put an investment thesis, albeit he was wrong. It went higher. And the rest is folklore. Today was totally different. We wake up today, and all of a sudden last night he puts this monster position, no thesis. He's been wrong. Short-term options. I personally do not believe this is his own personal money.
Why do you say that, Andrew?
I mean, just let's do math. I mean, what's the size of this trade that he put on today? 150 million?
115, something like that?
Okay, let's say it's 150 million. How much did he make first time around? If he made, 200 million after taxes, you have 100 million. Do you think he put his whole net worth on this trade? If he made 250 million, I don't think he made 250 million. If you go online, it says he made somewhere around 50 million, 60 million. So I just don't think it's his money. and there should be some form of disclosure if it's not, that he's went out to really shake this world up. And also, he didn't give us the thesis. It's not like he said, I'm buying it for a reason. So either he has MNPI, and I don't think he does. Fair enough. I don't think there's anything GameStop is going to say in the next 2 weeks. I mean, what are they going to say? They're opening an AI fund with the money they raised. It just seems to me it was completely different. It was almost like what he's doing right now is trying to take advantage of the retail traders, the same people that he was supposed to represent 3.5 years ago.
So, Andrew, what are you doing this time around? What position have you taken?
Well, first of all, whenever you short GameStop stock now, you do it cautiously, and you do it prudent. You understand. I think everyone learned, any trader learned 3.5 years ago that anything can happen. And the last thing you want to say is it's different this time, but I think it's different this time. Namely, you don't have the same short interest you had in it. When we've seen the capital structure of the company is different, and people have seen how it's played out more. So yes, obviously, I think if given the opportunity to short the stock when it was $40 this morning, it's great. I think if somebody, I don't recommend people short stocks, but I think anyone who's buying the stock right now, I think it's going to be short term. I think they won't have any patience for the kitty's nonsense.
I mean, you see that over there? He's talking trash about GameStop. He's doing exactly what he said he wouldn't do last year. And this is funny.
Hi, this is Andrew Left at Citron Research. Around 6 days ago, I did a video explaining 5 reasons why I thought GameStop would go from 40 all the way back to 20.
When he said it would go to 40 all the way back to 20, that was pre-split. So he was banking on it going to 5 right now. Where are we at? Where are we at pre-market? 5.3%. So he's wrong. Absolutely wrong. I'm starting to get the hint that these guys in the market that we see are horrible traders. Martin Shkreli, he's a horrible trader. There's supposed to be, there was a Spaces call. I don't ever do Spaces call. I was on 2. The one that Morantz was just on, and the Pulte, Martin Shkreli, Ian Carroll stuff. I'd recorded it, but I don't feel like playing it and listening to that fool. He was talking to Bill Pulte. He's like, "Hey Bill, what was it?" He was like, "You say GameStop?" He's talking about GameStop and he's long now, and how he went into GameStop only because Bill Pulte said it. And Bill Pulte's like, "No, I didn't say that. Do your own research." He's like, don't just do it because of me. He's like, "Oh, well, George Soros, I was hanging out with George Soros one day. He's a great guy." He's like, "Hey Martin, you know any pharmaceutical companies I have? You may have to invest in." And I was like, "Yeah, take this one." So he went into that. He's like, "That's how we do it. Sometimes you just go along with what a friend says and you go for it." So Martin Shkreli, his track record, shorted GameStop. It went up. He sold. Went long on GameStop. It went down. That's why we buy and hold. Yesterday I bought like 5 shares. I'm bullish as ever on this company, And how could you not be with the $4 billion? So all of what Andrew Left said, let's see.
Meantime, Citron Research saying it is no longer short GameStop. In a post on X, it says it doesn't believe in a turnaround for GameStop, but with $5 billion in the bank, they have enough runway to appease their cult-like shareholders. At the end of the post, Citron adding, "By the way, the Kitty live stream was still an insult to the capital markets." You're looking at GameStop right now, trading at $30.65. So
I like that. Just a little gratuitous shot at the end. Why not? Right?
Why not? Except for the fact that you could argue that Roaring Kitty has roared again and won in this
and it
in
seems
this
like
case.
they're
capitulating.
They got burned again.
Yeah.
It sounds like
GameStop won by issuing all those shares.
Yeah, they got $5 billion in the bank.
$3 billion, but yeah.
You damn right, GameStop won, hope. I mean, I respect women and all that, but you're on CNBC, you're a hoe. All of y'all are hoes. Let's go. GameStop won $4 billion. What the hell are we going to do with that? I'm great if we don't do anything with it. We just let it sit and accumulate interest because Ryan Cohen is turning this thing around, and y'all know it. We know it. We're here for the day-to-day. Let's see. Melvin Capital closes out of its GameStop position. Believe that, right? Remember when they told us they all closed their positions? And now we're supposed to believe Citron Research actually closed out their position? Hell no. I believe the only things I believe is Ryan Cohen and GameStop's turnaround, the technological transformation. By the way, here, I have it up here, right? Let me see. Unscripted. I was gonna. Okay. See this. Here's his letter to the board. I think it's November 2020. Yeah, November 16, 2020. Let me go through the green because that's all forward looking for plans, for his future plans, or what he suggested to the board that GameStop should do. GameStop needs to evolve into a technology company that delights gamers and delivers exceptional digital experiences. I think we're slowly pivoting. We're slowly doing that. For me, the website is smooth. It's slick. The ordering on the app, it's slick. The inventory that we have is live. I mean, at least for the trading cards, which I mean, I browse that every day, and you can see. I'm sure y'all do too. You can see the pages are just growing. The inventory is growing, especially from where we started. I wish I started tracking it. I'm going to now, but that's all bank. That's all bank. That's money at great margins. At great margins because you see all the YouTube videos, people saying GameStop's barely giving us any cash for our cards. Well, hey, I mean, it's your choice. You want to go sell it? Go sell it. Go type up the listing. Go type up the description. Go research the price on it. You know, hey, and then wait 7 days, right, for an eBay auction to end or whenever it sells, or if there's no end whatever end date. Yeah, hey, and then when we're during I believe this summer is when the market crash is going to happen, right? Big surprise. Um, they normally do that during the summer. What else? So during market crashes, what do people do? They look for everything around their house to sell. Public debt is rising, even though they tell you otherwise. Credit card debt, all of that is rising. So people are going to start looking to trade in their PS5s, their Xboxes, their games, all of that. Along with that comes right. We need the controllers, and we resell the controllers. Yeah, hey, I see that as cash coming straight to GameStop. I think the last 5 times I've been in a GameStop, which is probably the last 2 weeks, every single time someone is trading in a console. And I'm like, cha-ching, I see dollar signs. I walk up in there like I own the place like Batman. You know? Let's see. The company can still emerge as the market leader and ultimate destination for gamers if the board can set a credible strategy for capturing growth opportunities. Growth, not contraction. The contraction you've seen with stores, RC has been scaling it back. He's getting it tuned, running efficiently. I say it endlessly, right? And I'll continue to say it because that's what he's doing. As he's closed down stores, he's opened up a smaller amount of stores, which the locations have been researched. Ryan Cohen is well versed in e-commerce. He's well versed in retail. He knows what he's doing. So, I mean, when people say there's no plan, he's provided a forward-looking plan, at least guidelines as to what he's doing or what he's moving towards. This is why RC Ventures believes the successful and durable players of tomorrow will be technologically first companies that specialize in gaming products, experiences, and services. It is equally important to stress that GameStop has failed to adequately keep pace with key industry developments in recent years, including the transition from physical hardware to digital streaming, the explosion of mobile, the shift to purchasing from mass retailers and other online competitors. GameStop has the ability to pivot toward becoming a technology-driven business that excels in the gaming and digital experience worlds. Hey, we have a digital store, don't we? Codes delivered to you in seconds. Here, if GameStop takes practical steps to cut its excessive real estate costs and hire the right talent, it will have the resources to begin building a powerful e-commerce platform that provides competitive pricing, broad gaming selection, fast shipping, and a truly high-touch experience that excites and delights customers. Hey, we have all of that right now. all of that competitive pricing, pro membership, right? $25? You get like $60 of $5 coupons of a value, $5 coupons throughout the year. I can't ask for anything more, right? He's doing what he said. We have a broad gaming selection. All the virtual currency you get discounts. You can get your 5% discount on. Games you get 5% discounts on. You go to Best Buy, where's the discount? I don't see it. With Chewy, they could have been profitable earlier, he said in an interview, but he chose to keep the marketing costs up because he thought it would do better for the company in the long term. GameStop has, right? Did I read this? Yeah, GameStop has the flexibility to evolve into a technology-driven sector leader. In addition, near-time increases in cash flow stemming from the console cycle can help finance the future. These factors can fuel the necessary investment that GameStop could be making to delight and retain gamers well into the future. Significantly upgrading e-commerce can provide for greater revenue capture across larger gaming catalogs, digital content and community experiences, online trade-ins, streaming services, and esports. That's my kids knocking on the door. But yeah, so where were we? Significantly upgrading e-commerce, right? So that's exactly what he's done with our smooth, slick website, online trade-ins. That's pretty cool. We're yet to do that, but hey, I'm looking forward to that. That's nice. Streaming services, esports. Where is I really wanted to look at. I don't know if this PDF is searchable for whatever reason. Oh, here we go. I found it. It's in the blue. Let's see. The hell? What's going on? Here we go. Okay. In this spirit, we urge you to quickly provide stockholders with a credible and publicly available roadmap for cost containment, prioritizing profitable retail locations in geographic markets, and building the e-commerce ecosystem gamers deserve. So, I mean, he has stockholders in mind. I always say that. He has stockholders in mind, our value. He has the most shares. He pays himself $0. So it is in his best interest for the stock price to go up. Hold on 1 second. All right, y'all. I'm gonna play some music real quick. I know it's early for G's and Hustlers, Snoop Dogg. But let me put this price. I'm gonna be right back. And we're gonna get back to that hope. Here we go.
Good morning, boys and girls. I'm your substitute teacher. My name is Mr. Butworth. The topic for today is what you would like to be when you grow up. You, over there in the jeans shirt, what you want to be when you grow up?
I would like to be a police officer.
Alrighty, that's a pretty good profession. You over there in that black shirt, what you want to be when you grow up?
I would like to be a fireman.
Alright, that's a pretty good profession too. Hey, you in the back with those French braids. What's your name?
My name is Snoop.
Alright, Snoop. What you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a motherfucking hustler. You better ask somebody.
This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's. This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's.
Freeze. At ease. Now let me drop some more of them keys. It's 199 Trace, so let me just play. It's Snoop Dogg, I'm on the mic, I'm back with Dr. Dre. But this time I'm gonna hit your ass with a touch to leave motherfuckers in the days fucked up. So sit back, relax, New Jacks get smacked. It's Snoop Doggy Dogg, I'm at the top of the stack. I don't blank for a second, and I'm still checking. The dopest motherfucker that you're hearing on the record is me, you see. S-N-O-O-P, D-O-double-G-Y, the D-O-double-G. I'm fly as a falcon, soaring through the sky. And I'm high till I reside. So So check it, I get busy, I make your head dizzy, I blow up your mouth like I was Dizzy Gillespie. I'm crazy, you can't face me. I'm the S, so yes, I'm fresh. I don't fuck with the stress. I'm all about the chronic, bionic, you see. Every single day chillin' with the D-O double G's. P-O-U-N-D, that's my clique, my crew. You fuck with us, we got to fuck you up. I thought you knew, but yet and still, you wanna get real, now it's time to peel. You say chill and feel the motherfucking realism. Snoop Doggy Dogg is on the mic, I'm hitting hard as steel, nigga.
This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's. This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's.
How many hoes in your motherfucking group wanna take a ride in my 7-8 coupe? DV, chill as I take you on a trip where them niggas ride and slide. You know about the east side. Niggas like myself here to show you where it's at. With my hoes on my side and my strap on my back. Papers I stack daily. And Death Row is still the label that pays. But you know how that go, we flow toe for toe. If you ain't on the road, fuck you and your hoe. Really though, so check it. It's Snoop Doggy Dogg on the solo tip, still clocking, gripping, don't really give a shit about nothing at all. Just my dog stepping through the fog, and I'm still gon' fade them all with the gangster shit that keeps you hanging. How many hoes in 94 will I be banging? Every single one to get the job done. As I dip, skip, flip right back to 2-1. When the sun be shining and I be rhyming, it's me, Snoopy O double G, and I'm climbing.
This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's. This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's.
I come creeping through the fall with my sagging deuce. Eastside Long Beach in a 7-8 coupe DV. I'm rolling with the G-Funk, bumping in my shit, and it don't quit. So drop it on the one motherfucker put together, that's it. A nigga with a grip of that gangster shit. With the Eastside hoes on my motherfucking dick, and the Compton niggas all about the set trip. Swing it back, bring it back just like this. And if you with my shit, then blaze up another split. And keep the motherfucking blunt in your pocket low. Cause Doggy Dogg is all about the zigzag smoke. See, it's a West Coast thing where I'm from. And if you want some, get some. Bad enough, take some. But watch the gun by my side, because it represents me and the motherfucking East Side. So bow down to the bow wow, cause bow wow, yippee yo, you can't see my flow. My shit is dope, original, now you know, and can't no hood fuck with Death Rizzo.
This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's. This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's.
It goes down in the field. It goes down.
How they gonna have an ad in the middle of a song? Anyways, let's go. Yeah, my daughter just wanted me to zip up her purse. She's like, the zipper's stuck. None of this is important. Anyways, since I'm on it, how's that line looking? I drew this big ass thick hard line for Tony D's nuts in the mouth. It's just going up. Moran says up and to the right, right? That's all the TA we need. Let's go. Let's get on with it. Where we at? Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer. Let's just watch.
I was on Reddit. I go on Reddit, Wall Street Bets. Today they were featuring the turtle. And I do think that GameStop won here. The Bears are going to be in retreat because now Ryan Cohen, he has total control of the money, has $3 billion to play with. So what I think he would do, he never listens to me at all, or he throws me an ice cream cone or good humor, I don't know. But they now have the money to be able to write a check to any mall in the world. They do have 4,000 stores. They could get out of every lease, close every single GameStop I might take for a couple $1 billion and start over. And that's just unbelievable. So my hat is off to what they did in terms of being able to take advantage of the meme
to refresh people. They were doing an at-the-market offering led by Jeffries. They've been selling every day for the company, raising money for the company. This, of course, as Jim pointed out, since the stock rose dramatically. Now, by the way, they did 45 million shares and raised almost $1 billion. Then they did another 75 million, which they've now completed raising, as you just said, about $2.1 billion.
$2.1 billion.
So you are talking about $3 Jim, you asked me about Paramount. Is there anything you can remember that's similar to this? A company raising $3 billion? What percent of the market cap of this was this?
The company is $10 billion. They have $3 billion. They have almost no debt. They have that
so they raised 30% of their market value.
The big issue was the leases.
In cash.
He could right now write checks to whoever he has, Simon Properties, doesn't matter. Get out of, he could pick the 3,000 bad GameStops. He could close them. He can then open another company. And this is no longer GameStop. This is SPAC. So Ryan Cohen's SPAC. And this will be his chance to really demonstrate that he's a great business person and do Chewy too.
It's a great point. In many ways, you're right. It's like it's a blind pool of capital that he has control of now as the CEO of the company.
With no debt.
That was raised thanks to a gentleman named Roaring Kitty, right, who's virtually incomprehensible when I watched him on Friday.
Meantime, Jim, you talk about the bears being in retreat. Citron says no longer short.
Yeah.
Says we respect the market's irrationality and calls that live stream an insult to capital markets.
An insult. Okay, so the other side of that is, if you're a Redditor like I am, it was funny.
Oh, you're a Redditor now, huh? Is that what you call yourself?
Well,
a Redditor like I am.
Okay, so my daughters are real Redditors, right? And I said something against Roaring Kitty, and I got
Dad, you don't
slapped.
get it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, Dad, did you watch Dumb Money? Your friend David Faber's the star of Dumb Money. I bet you he thought that Roaring Kitty was funny. I said, no, I don't think he did. You were the star, though.
I didn't. I didn't find it funny. I didn't find it informative.
Well,
found it a waste of my time.
Did Gabe really hang up right before he was going to go on? No, in real.
No, come on. It's
fictionalized.
It's fictionalized.
Well, I think if you
it's in the realm of reality.
Roaring Kitty is the hero of that movie.
Yes, they made him the hero of that movie.
That's what we're all talking about.
They did make him the hero of that movie.
So if he wants to have a Heineken, is a Heineken?
He was the hero of that movie.
So that's what's going on. People don't understand.
In Hollywood, you need bad guys, good guys. So,
well, the rich people are the bad guys, and that's kind of where people are. I don't know.
I just want to say shout out to FinVid. He puts up these videos every single day of the media stuff for all GameStop investors to use. I make my videos just to educate everyone on GameStop for the benefit of GameStop. No benefit for myself. That's what I love about our community. We're selfless. I keep myself well protected mentally, physically, physically. Click, clack. But yeah. So, yeah, I'm just going to continue doing this. But you see Jim Cramer over here. He's a punk, flip-flopping all over the place. Joe Gibbs, the head coach of the Redskins back in the day, 3-time Super Bowl champion. He said that when they were just dominating the other team, when they were dominating them, he had a phrase. He was like, we had them shuffling their papers, meaning they're confused. They're flipping through their play sheets. They're looking at the front, the back, flipping, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. That's exactly what he's doing in this video. He's lost his composure. He's shuffling his papers.
GameStop's won here. The good humor, I don't know, but they now have the money to be able to write a check to
he goes through all this stuff, and you see the I'm not used to hearing positive stuff from the media. To get these videos, it was a little bit harder because recently the news has been positive, which is crazy to me. That lets me know the turnaround is here, the transformation is here, and I mean, I don't do expiry dates, I don't do options. I buy and hold, because I love the stock. I'm an individual investor, just like y'all are. The media tries to shape us to be a collective group, taking down Wall Street. But Wall Street, they take out a short. They tell their friends, you don't think they run in the same circle? They absolutely do. And then their friends take out a short position, and the next person takes out a short position. Just like what Martin Shkreli says. That fool, he's a horrible person. It seems like. I don't know him personally, but all his history shows that he's horrible. But he loves yapping his mouth. He loves talking great about himself. Whenever he enters a conversation with someone, he can't talk to them like they're a human. He speaks to them like they're beneath him. He's like, oh, I've had so many years of finance, this, and that. Yeah, fool, you went to prison. You built up a company and you went to prison for it. Because you're a horrible business person. You have horrible morals, horrible ethics. So, hey, let's keep it moving.
Today is
GameStop. We've got shares of the meme stock here falling this morning. You're looking at losses of 23%. A prelim results here showing a drop in first quarter sales. They also issuing here a plan to sell shares, and that's what's really moving the stock here in early trading. We want to talk about all of this and what is next for GameStop. And then at large for that, we want to bring in Michael Pachter. He's Wedbush Equity Research and Managing Director. Michael, it's great to see you. Before we get into it, just first your quick reaction to the news that we're getting out on GameStop this morning.
Well, I think they're pretty smart. You definitely have to give them credit for capitalizing on the opportunity to build their war chest. I'm not seeing anything in the pre-announcement that tells me that the business is turning around, but at least they'll raise enough cash to last them another 3 or 4 years if they in fact continue to flail and try to find a new strategy. So I admire that they're taking advantage of the opportunity. That's probably in the best interest of their longer-term shareholders. I feel sorry for the fools who buy the stock at 21 because it's worth single digits, and I'll have a note out shortly. My target's under review.
Okay, but still, Michael, I mean, we saw Roaring Kitty getting back on X and then that causing a little bit of this rally. I know it wasn't the only cause, but could there be another random catalyst that leads to a GameStop rally that really isn't about the company fundamentals?
Well, with respect to Roaring Kitty, because he was absolutely right in 2020, there was a structural flaw in the holdings of GameStop. I mean, they had more than 100% of the shares short, and he made that observation. It was astute. He rallied retail investors, Redditors, Reddit raiders to buy into the stock, and he was right. And they made a movie about it, and he was right. Now he's not actually doing anything other than posting video clips. And he was dormant for 2 or 3 years. He just started a frenzy of posts, but they're all video clips. Only one had any reference to GameStop. It was a woman with a GameStop logo on her dress. I don't know what he's saying. So sure, guys posting movie clips saying it's over. What's that mean? If you want to buy a stock based on that, God bless you. But he has not actually said, go buy GameStop.
Right. So, Mike, what do you think the next several months, several quarters look like here then for GameStop?
They're going to see continued declines. There's nothing big coming out this year. We don't have anything incremental this year. Next year you have Grand Theft Auto, but nothing big. No new consoles this year. The console makers are all kind of guiding to lower expectations. Sony's looking to sell 18 million consoles. They were looking to sell 25 million before. The big news today, which is a Wall Street Journal exclusive speculation that Call of Duty will be on Game Pass. I can confidently tell you that anybody who's a Game Pass subscriber would be an idiot to buy Call of Duty. They won't. So Call of Duty sales will be lower this year. It wasn't on Game Pass last year. And that means physical sales like GameStop will be lower because of that. So lots of headwinds for them, and I don't see any way out of it. The preliminary results were actually worse than we had modeled. They did under 900 million of revenue, and we had modeled $1 billion. That's down 25% year over year. Now, that's not all industry decline. Some of that is store closures, and we don't have the detail yet. But realistically, they cannot save their way to prosperity. Their store unit economics can't get any better. You have to have an employee in the store. You can't leave it at self-serve or people will steal everything. And you can't not pay rent or not turn the lights on. So they're done shrinking their cost structure. The only question is, can they shrink their store count and return to profitability? I don't think so. They lost money last year. They made 17 million net income with 45 million.
Lost money last year, minus 313 million to $6.7 million profit. Okay, Michael. So I'm guessing Microsoft pays him because that's all he does is push out Microsoft Game Pass. And if you need a Microsoft Game Pass at a discount, guys, you can go to GameStop's virtual currency store and buy it over there. If you're a pro member, you get 5% off. Amazing deal. Where else are you getting Microsoft virtual currency at a discount? Get your codes delivered in seconds, along with your digital games. Let's keep that joint moving. Michael Pachter.
That the guy who took on pet food retail can do the same with video game retail, but nobody knows how or why. And the big difference, I think, between the two businesses is you can't download dog food. I have 110 pounds worth of dog here. I have 2 of them. they go through 30 pounds of food a month, and I have to keep buying food. So, I can't get that digitally downloaded to my PC. It has to be physically purchased and delivered. And so Chewy made sense. GameStop makes no sense. You can digitally download any game.
Yeah.
There is no game that is an exclusive physical. You can't download a console, so they did a little bit better than we expected on console sales. But the fact is that the digital downloads are growing in share of overall sales every quarter, and that's going to continue. So the game cult is going to get burned.
And I'm trying, and just in fairness, I'm trying to keep an open mind about this. I understand this is sort of.
For a short time, buy one unlimited Cox mobile line and get a second line free for life when you sign up for Cox Internet. Your second mobile line is on us, free for life. This offer won't last long. Sign up today.
Mind about this. I understand this is sort of a different breed of investor, and for that matter, a different breed of management when it comes to Ryan and the way that he does things here. But as you sort of analyze this company here, is there any path for it to be something more than what it is right now, even if it hasn't been articulated by Ryan Cohen? But is there anything in your mind that you see?
The path is to pull a Netflix. They were in a terrible, DVD by mail business, and Reed Hastings is a visionary, and in 2007 he pivoted to streaming before anybody even knew what streaming was. So, and at the time I thought it was terrible. I thought it was great for 2 or 3 years, but then I just never thought they'd take on the big media companies. And in fact, they won. So if Ryan Cohen came up with something like that, I would be open-minded as well. His strategy, which he never revealed, was be like Amazon. And I say that because he hired 3 Amazon people to be in his top 3 C-level positions, and then he proceeded to fire 2 of them, and 1 quit after 7 months. So they now have 0 Amazon people. And the reason he never revealed his November 2020 strategy is that he's embarrassed because they're not executing on it. There is no strategy. So if they pivot to NFTs, as Bailey said, and by the way, I second your comment, Bailey is the best. If they pivoted to NFTs and that worked, I would be open-minded and give them credit. It didn't work. They're getting out of it. What can they pivot to? It's not collectibles. That was down 23%. They got nothing. They got a so-called visionary CEO who won't let you know what his vision is, followed by a cult. He is the Pied Piper heading off the cliff.
Michael Pachter, you're a liar. You're a liar, straight up liar. Nobody needs to give you. Why does the media deserve an explanation from Keith Gill about his investments? Why do you deserve Ryan Cohen's plan? This is full out war. We've got a whole media industry against us, trying to tell you to get out of GameStop. And you want us to give you the plan so you can front run us? Hell no. Where the hell is that? Operating income, right? Balance sheet? Oh, it was right over there. In income. What am I talking about? Operating income. He said, we're losing money operating income. Look at this. Ryan Cohen took over end of 2020 from minus 368 million to the next year minus 311 million. That's over $50 million improvement. Now look, from 311 million to minus $34.5 million operating income. That is headed in the right direction. So Ryan Cohen is putting in that work. We are at war, art of war. Keep that mentality, keep it strong. What else do I have? Look at this. Off exchange, it's still high. It's still in the 40s, 40%. Routing it to dark pools, all good. That's about all I had today, but let's check out the price. We're still up 4% pre-market. Doesn't even matter to me. I'm gonna read the comments real quick, see what we got going on. Yeah, we got that. Bryce, look at that mad lad RC grinning because he knows what he's going to do with that big bag of cash. Absolutely. And I don't even need to know. I don't even care. I don't even care to project, invest it, acquire someone, acquire a small business. Do it a little at a time. Do it fast. I don't care. Ryan Cohen knows what he's doing. He's got Larry Chang, Alan Adel on his board of directors. They're his OG homies he can trust, and he's keeping his circle protected so he doesn't have anyone to infiltrate him. I like that. I tell my children all the time. My daughter, she was like, "Oh, my friends, I don't have a lot of friends." I'm like, it's about quantity, not it's about quality, not quantity. You could have 100 friends that are horrible people or like barely your friends and secretly hate you, or you could have 5 amazing friends. What do you want? You know? So that's what Ryan Cohen's doing. Obviously, he doesn't trust people, so he keeps people around. He keeps close people that he can trust around him. What else we got? Lots of good news stories. FUD and crud from the short hedge fund chuds. Absolutely. That's all we do. That's all they do. That's all they do. And they'll give us endless material, you know? Thinking of this track. Johnny, is that you from Marance's stream? I FOMO and bought a few shares of GameStop, the Black Swan and the GOAT. Ryan Cohen, we trust GME squeeze in the bag, just a matter of time, GME squeeze. Their shareholder meeting is at 11 this morning. I'm expecting a major purchase of an online gaming outfit. GameStop, $4 billion and no debt is the best investment of our lifetime. Bro, you're expecting a lot. There you go. Bryce said it. Don't expect anything at this morning's meetings. Yo, Ryan Cohen, his MO, what has he given us in the past? He talks, right? But his news, amazing, awesome. But I'm ready for anything. I'm ready for Ryan to come in, say his little 30-second, 1-minute script, whatever he wrote out. And hey, let's go with it, man. Pseudo photography, what's up? What's up, man? Yeah, I gotta go soon because I'm going to Bolivia. Exactly. Don't expect anything. What is it? That fool Elon Musk said, what's it? Expectations is the killer of joy. Or something along those lines. So keep your expectations low and just take life as it brings it to you. You know, keep a calm mentality. Because then you're gonna set yourself up to be angry. Yeah, exactly. We don't need anything. We have $3 billion raised in like a little over 2 weeks. Who does that? And like I always say, man, we have what around 426 million shares right now. Who cares? Who cares, right? Yeah, we operate under the premise that GameStop is shorted, the price is manipulated, right? So what's the difference if while they're manipulating the stock anyways, right? We issue shares, get cash from it. So let them manipulate. Let us get cash. Let them push it down. Let it pop. Let them push it down. Let it pop up. Let's gather our cash, and at the same time, kill their bear thesis. And they love to say Roaring Kitty, Keith Gill. I address him by his name because he deserves it. He's like one of the greatest traders of all time. 50,000 to hundreds of millions of dollars, probably $1 billion at some point since he posted that. But look at this run up right here. This was 60% before Keith Gill even came out the darkness. 60% up. And this is a technical pattern, right? A bullish falling wedge. Roaring Kitty drew this Dorito, this falling one, and this red line right here. He drew that. And this is obviously the support that the lowest they can bring it down. Honestly, sometimes I pray they can bring it that low again because I'm here for the long run. The long run. I don't even tell me an exit strategy. I don't know what that is. I haven't even. Maybe I need to think about it. But hey, I'm here for a long term. So even if I were to miss today's shareholder meeting, it wouldn't matter to me because I'm not selling tomorrow. I'm not selling next week. I'm not selling next year. Maybe at certain price points, 1,000, I'll let 10 shares go. You know? But hey, I've got a huge portion. Majority of it I'm keeping because I know this company is specially equipped with $4 billion, almost no debt. Our future is bright. It's absolutely bright. And here's another one. Here's Roaring Kitty's second one. This is an upward trend. I drew this line. I know TA, but I'm not an expert. It's not reliable. Things can break upwards. Things can break downwards. Prices can be manipulated. So all those Tony D's nuts in your mouth. All of those people, PPCs who brings these fools on their live screen that do TA. talk all this trash. And I love how they're all 100% GameStop now. IEP, Warren, Carl Icahn and Ryan Cohen are getting together behind the scenes. It's all trash and garbage. But what I love to see is we're still on this upward trend, and that's what it's going to be. Jim Cramer talked about it. You put out, I put in my last videos. You put out your negative media article, short it. The stock goes down, and then at some point, at an inflection point, you turn around and start going long on it. So tell me this downward trend is not broken up to an inflection point. You know? So, hey, they're going to go long on it. I'm telling you. Right now is undeniable. You heard the media. They're actually talking positive. Even Michael Pachter, who's short GameStop. I don't know that, but I kind of know that. Or Microsoft's paying him also. Seems like it, because that's all he pushes. Here you go. Upward trajectory. So, let's see. 9:23. Market's opening soon. I'm going to play some music to get out of here. Get my trip on, go to Bolivia, fly with kids. I'm gone for 2 weeks. I'm going to be making some videos. Oh, yo, I just want to show y'all really quick. Dro, don't expect anything. Yeah, I expect Ryan Cohen to continue going on the right path. Push it down, we keep buying. Now this trade is so much easier than 2 or 3 years ago. Absolutely. I'll be calling him Keith as well. Yeah, put some respect on that man's name, you know? But I love it. I love the media. See, I said I'm going to go. I'm going to wait till my wife's like, bang, bang, bang on the door. But, yeah, the media is turning it around, man. It is what it is. Ryan Cohen, maybe, I mean, I'm sure he'll come in and address, you know, the cash that we've accumulated, straight cash that we've accumulated. He's basically has a setup for decades to come. Decades to come. He has ensured that yours and my investment is not going anywhere. We will never go bankrupt. Thanks to Ryan Cohen. People want to say dilution. Oh, yeah. So another thing, the dilution, right? We're still on that upward trend even after dilution. AMC dilutes, the stock crashes. Us? No. We just get stronger and stronger and continue our upward trend. You know, May 1st, we were at like in the $10 range. Right now, where are we? $26. That's awesome to me. Yeah, yo. So I'm going out to these places, yo. Salar de Uyuni. It's the largest salt flat in the world. This is going to be like a journey with my kids, man. It's going to be like 9-hour bus ride overnight to get into the middle of nowhere. I'm going to be up in here. I'm going to be chilling. I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere. What'd you say? She's going to be hot. Yeah, absolutely. She's going to be hot, man. Morantz, the way he operates with his wife is the way I operate. She says something, I'm going to do it. I don't play with that relationship. Look at this. Check this out, yo. I'm going to be up in here. I love vacationing in the middle of nowhere. I love isolating myself. I went to Mount Denali in Alaska with kids on a glacier. We went dog sledding in the middle of nowhere. That was awesome. That was an awesome vacation. We went like on a boat. I'm on a boat. We went in a boat in the ocean to see orca whales, pods of orca whales surrounding our boat. Like I felt like they were like plotting on us. That was cool. What else? Cochabamba, they're going to have food, yo. And I'm going to Lake Titicaca. Copacabana, Island of the Sun, all these places, though. But yeah, man, I hope y'all are well. Let's see. Pseudo photography. I do feel sorry for uninformed retail investors that don't know the difference between GameStop and AMC due to misinformation socials. Absolutely, man. Like that lady, right? The Miss Market Maker, whoever the hell her name is, talking about all Roaring Kitty needs to do is buy AMC on that call. Like she was so uneducated, talking about being a market maker. You know nothing about this. I always tell my wife, my children, the wisest man in the room knows what he doesn't know. So basically, don't speak on things you don't know. So whatever I'm speaking on, I know about it. That way you don't make yourself look like a fool like she did. Copacabana, Lake Titicaca. It's the highest elevated lake. And also, I'm landing in La Paz, Bolivia. That's the highest elevated city. in the highest city, capital city in the world. So like last time I went, my wife's from Bolivia. So last time we went, my daughter was little. You get off and like you're walking up the what is it? The exit out the airplane, the gate, whatever. You feel like your heart start beating. You can slowly, you can hear it, you can feel it. They have like coca leaves over there, coca tea to drink, and like coca leaves to chew on if you want to help with altitude. But it's fun. It's wild. Yeah, yo, I love traveling. I've traveled the whole world all my life. I'm lucky to go with my parents, but I'm just trying to do the same for my kids. But GameStop over here opening 2 minutes. I want to see the open and then I'm gonna head out because I gotta throw all the luggage in the car and get out of here. Shit, Shopify. That went south. That went south. Andrew left. Never right. You're a punk. Jim Cramer, you're a punk. Melissa Lee, you're a punk. All these hoes on CNBC. Punks. 26.90 and climbing. I'm numb to the price action. I love it. Actually, I'm more comfortable speaking on down days than positive days because I don't ever want the sentiment to be that I'm over here. I only get on here when it's positive. No, I'd rather be on here when it's negative so I can state the facts and the truth and the financials of our company that we own. $4 billion. SG&A going downwards. Net income going upwards. Operating expenses going downwards. I mean, what do you want to do? What else can you do? What else can you say? You can shout it to the mountains. I tell everybody, I've told my whole family about it. They know. My nephew bought me these shirts. I have 2 shirts. Actually, I bought this one. He bought me my first one though. But yeah, man, I hope everyone has a good day. Good shareholder meeting. Let's see what GameStop opens out. And I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be up in the mountains. I'm gonna be in the salt flats. I'm gonna be on lakes. I'm gonna be all types of places. They've also got like a rainforest in Bolivia. I'm gonna go there. We saw the rainforest in Costa Rica. And what else, guys? 30-year runway with that cash. Hell yeah. Absolutely, man. We're here for decades. And Larry Chang's tweet about Marriott being, does anyone remember when Berkshire Hathaway, the textiles company, Marriott was root beer stand, and Instagram was a check-in app? Oh, boom. GameStop up 4.32%. We're at 26.55. We're waiting. I wonder what's going to happen with the price action with GameStop shareholder meeting being in the middle of the day. That's going to be nice, y'all. But yeah, I wanted to play this one song on my way out. It's a GameStop song by a dude named Potato. I hope he's all right with me using it. I'm going to message him and let him know I used it. Let's see. It's called Can't Stop GameStop by Potato. What's up, Because I Can? I'm on my way out because I'm going on vacation.
Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Go ape with my ape since day one. The revolution is back in the shit. Feeling jacked to the tits, so my activist shit. Redistribution of wealth, let's get it. Big up to Fidelity, it's about to get litty. Found our own way instead of sucking on the titty of a system that's against us. Ivy League gangsters, brains all wrinkled, try to make it complicated, but for us it's real simple. Buy stock, hold stonked up, all crunked up. In the end game, like Avengers we assemble. I'm trying to be more, I'm trying to be a symbol. I am not alone, I'm a drop, I'm a ripple. Out of drops, here together make waves. Like Leonidas with the 300s, we stay, hold the line. They want us all to fall in line, unconform, but we don't. Giving up, no we won't, let's go. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Going ape with my ape since day one. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Go ape with my ape since day one. They focus on the foreign me, I pull up in a rocket. We apes in it, like it's Planet of the Apes, tasting it. That's how close I am to success. Do your thing, go ahead. I be going all in. Ryan Cohen, true colors showing, reaping what we sowing, going toe to toe with the SEC. They supposed to have our backs, but they giving little slaps on the wrist like a Karen with her kids. Kenny G with a citadel like the evil Ricks. Yeah, the lyrics like bricks getting thrown through the windows or the ivory towers. The night is ours, time to fight these cowards. While they lie and they cheat, we just fight the machine, make the hedge funds bleed. Got the keys to the game, DDs on my brain, on my ape, stay strong, go insane. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Going ape with my ape since day one. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Going ape with my ape since day one. Retail investors, show them who the best is. We just gotta hold, stay strong, we'll win. See you on the moon when our rocket launches up. Apes together strong, yeah, my soldiers know what's up. Yeah, say we like the stock, hey, we like the stock, yeah. It's a movement. Stand strong like the Spartans, we ain't moving. One step ahead like Dr. Michael Burry. DDs are a drug, my vision's getting blurry. Cause I'm high off life, fuckery is all around us. But together we'll survive. For my apes, we've arrived, this our moment. Feel it, own it, you are not alone. We're connected through Reddit. In spirit, you know it, you get it. Knowledge is power, we spread it. TLDR, hold motherfuckers. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Going ape with my ape since day one. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Going ape with my ape since day one. Shit. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Diamond hands. Yeah, yeah.
All right, guys, where we at right now? Over $27. We're pushing up to 7% almost. Yeah, man, I'm out. Hope everything goes well with y'all today, the weeks while I'm gone. I'll get back with y'all. I'll be watching my rants overseas, catching up. But yeah, man, this is Carter's Corner Pocket, where we feel the rocket. Today, Ryan Cohen is talking GameStop. Peace out, guys. Peace.